Okay, guys, so I'm back. Well, I guess I am. I realized spending all my money at Shop Bar could be avoided if I played more video games, and decided that I kind of wanted to finish what I started. While there may be more lists to come, this is the top of all of them. The ultimate list, the top 10 best players of Borderlands 2. And by best players, I mean best players overall, meaning all characters are weighted, but say if one player is the best with one character, that will be weighted differently than a player who is average with all the characters. Obviously, this list is probably controversial because at least someone, if not most of you, are going to disagree with some part of the list. The list is based on stats of placings and so forth for things like raid bosses, speedrunnings, arenas, and one lives, as well as my own personal opinion. I tried my best to include everyone, with an uber amount of honorable mentions, and am even splitting the list into two parts, one being with numbers 6 through 10, being this one, and one with numbers 1 through 5, as to make each player get more face time. As per usual, remember to insult me in the comments and tell me why I'm wrong. So off to the list, and at number 10, I'm already cheating. And I have 4 people, or kind of 5. I have Houdini, Blackwave V, Fistmaster, and Kaiji W. And also, possibly, Shadow. I really have no idea how to weigh people who have completed one lives against others with other accomplishments. This is not to diminish their accomplishments. A one life takes tremendous patience and dedication, and each of these 5 deserved a spot as opposed to an honorable mention. I put them all at the same spot as well because I am not totally aware as to if any of these one lives are more difficult to accomplish than the others. Houdini finished a one life with Axton and is just an all-around great Axton player. Blackwave V completed a one life with Salvador and is also at least a top 10 speedrunner, which could possibly put him higher than the other number 10s. Fistmaster completed a one life with Maya and is an all-around amazing Maya player, and Kaiji W completed a one life with Zero. And also Shadow completed a one life with Salvador, but I'm not sure if it's under the same set of rules, so I'm kind of putting him as a question mark, but he's good. Each of these players sort of specialize in one character, as most players do, but to complete a task select few have is enough to say that they are one of the best. At number 9 is Shockwave. Shockwave is one of the best speedrunners for Borderlands 2 that there is. He made number 3 on my list of top 10 best speedrunners, and for an overall player, he seems to be one of the best. He has almost every single co-op speedrun record there is, and has a few solo placings of speedrunning under his belt. The thing that I love most, though, is that he beat the game playing with a guitar. Maybe I'm just having nostalgia of when that one guy beat Dark Souls with a guitar, but goddamn, I still find this so fucking impressive. At number 8 is Heroes V2. Heroes hasn't made a video in over 2 years, and is still one of the most impressive people to ever play Borderlands 2. He is easily the most underrated Borderlands 2 player, now that Giantfly has some, although still not enough, recognition. Being on, I think, 3 of my top 5 players lists is super impressive, and this dude is good enough to be on them. He's easily the second best Axton player, and is one of the best for both Sal and Melee Zero. He may have some of the least total world records on this list. He has 5 against raid bosses, but is constantly in the top 3 with those 3 characters he is best with. I've said this before, but hopefully we can see him doing cool feats in Borderlands 3. At number 7, and I can already hear the fanboys researching my address, is JoltsDude139. Don't get me wrong, JoltsDude is amazing, but he's not the best. He is, however, one of the best at raiding, with 8 world records in total throughout all the characters, and many, many more placings beyond that. He has some speedruns, playthroughs, and just a vast overall knowledge about the game, along with his impressive records. He is hands down the best Salvador player in my opinion, a formidable Axton player, and arguably one of the top Maya or Gage players. Easily one of the top players in all of Borderlands 2, and in my opinion, one of the best entertainers. But I believe he's bested by 6 others. Before I get to number 6, I have some honorable mentions, 4 for this list, and 4 for the next. The 4 honorable mentions for this list are Dodger on Edge, Sean PR, Dina Fey, and Pokeshine. Dodger on Edge is easily the second best Gage player, with 2 world records and basically every second place placing you can have. And despite not having strong showings with every character, his impressive Gage play alone is enough to get him mentioned. Sean PR is definitely one of the best speedrunners. I had him at number 2 on my list just by sheer number of placings alone. He has the best case to be within the top 10, and either replacing him with Shockwave or bumping someone else out is a reasonable argument. But I have him on here as an honorable mention. Dina Fey is probably the most interesting case on this honorable mention because unlike most, he doesn't really have a best character. He just kind of comes around and beats random records when he wants to. Definitely one of the top players without a doubt though. The last honorable mention is Pokeshine, who hasn't played in a while, but at one point was the best Gage player, and has an argument as to how he may be one of the best Krieg players. At number 6 is Giant Fly. He is certainly the best Gage player, with all 8 OP8 raid world records and a bunch of ultimate raids and arena placings, but Giant Fly is all over the place with other characters as well. With the exclusion of Melee 0, you could make a case for him being a top 5 player for each character with his ultimate raids alone. Including other placings he has just makes it more the evidence that he's one of the best. He's probably been on like half of my list prior to this, and to anyone who knows who he is, it's no surprise that he's this high on a top players list. And with that first part, I leave you with a Breaking Bad like toilet cliffhanger.
You got me.
Because suspense. Be sure to tune in for the next one, as it will be numbers 1 through 5, and be sure to cuss and discuss in the comments below. Oh, and also dislike, unsub, block, and tell the company I'm applying for to not hire me, and don't watch part 2 of this list. Peace.